Welcome to another Warriors Den recap, and this week we've got quite the excitement with a whole bunch of Season 5 information drops, the Season 5 teaser trailer, and all of the features we can expect to be coming with Season 5. So to kick it off, I'm going to jump to the middle of the stream, which was the Season 5 Age of Wolves reveal trailer. It showed us the little bit of the hero reworks, as well as telling us that Nobushi will also be getting a rework. We will be getting our salvage for XP boost, and there's a new training grounds / trials practice mode. It is a practice tutorial-ish thing that also follows a mild narrative to give us maybe a little more story content, but it will teach us what it's like to go from a scrub warrior to the champion of Ashfield or whatever. We'll be finding out more details on that later. Basically, it's their way to push a little more narrative while teaching people how to actually play, because the old tutorial was complete shit. We also got the release date for Season 5, which is February 15th, 1 year and 1 day from the release of For Honor. We'll be getting a dedicated servers release date coming soon. It's currently being locked in. If I had a guess, I would say they're pending AWS contracts and a finalization for Sony and Microsoft. So hopefully that means we'll be getting a date within the next 2 weeks. Likely seeing a date given to us that says 2 weeks from now when the season launches. I would love for it to happen like that, but we'll have to see. Then back to the reworks, we got Kensei and Conqueror. They have new animations and a fully updated moveset. More connections, more combos, and just plain out new moves. Highlander, Nobushi, Berserker are all getting major balance updates. Highlander is changing how he feels a ton. Nobushi is getting a few changes that make her less of a one-trick pony. Those are developer words. I don't know how much faith you have in them, but I believe them. I think these are going to be great. Then we have an update that the fight team has wrote up a massive blog post about the upcoming changes that should be coming very soon. We should expect that in the next 3 weeks before the full release. They're going to be explaining their design intent, their change details, and some real interesting stuff on the why things work the way they do, and what they went into to change things. Then we have the salvage utility item thing that we've been waiting for. It's an XP boost. It lets you use salvage so that you can boost your XP for the next match. It's match-based and it will give a boost to all of your teammates as well. It's unlocked exclusively through salvage, so it does not require steal, only requires you to break your gear and put it up there. The price goes up each time you use it, but it resets every day. So you can get a 250 XP boost for a few matches a day at a low cost, but not an extra 250 XP all day, because you will use quite a bit of salvage. It's 500 steel at first, with the 5th activation being the max. Given what they show, I think the 5th activation will be 3000 salvage, so it's not super worth it to keep using it. Then we have gear refinement. This is on specific legendary armor and weapons. It happens after you reach level 30 on the piece of gear, and then refinement gives you a minor edge on your stats. The item that they showed in-game gave you a 0.2% boost to the lower 2 stats on a 2-1 stat split. That's 2 positives and 1 negative. And then each different stat combination that you can get in the game has a different refinement stat bonus as well. So we don't know for sure what they'll all do, but they should all be something minor like the 0.2 improvement that we got from the trailer. Refinement gear is going to be very rare. It's not just any legendary item, it's specific legendaries. So it can happen on any skin, but it can't happen on any item. It has a little diamond on the top of its item level, so that will denote that you can get refinement, and when you do refine it, it will have a little gold diamond on it. So that's just something neat that kind of pushes you forward a little bit more if you've maxed out your gear score, and it requires Reputation 9 to unlock refinement, so we have more incentive to level up even further without getting a completely new gear tier. This keeping all cosmetics locked down to Rep 7. Personally, I think that's a good thing. Some may argue against that, but I think keeping all of the cosmetics at a lower barrier of entry is a plus for the game. Then we have a new reputation cap. You can get up to reputation 50 now per character, as well as unlocking new outfits along the way. We have a faction war update with strategic territories. There's certain territories that give you bonuses. The mill will give you 5% XP boost. The forge gives you 7% loot boost, the castle gives 10% more territory assets, and everyone owns an equal amount at the start of the campaign, and you can conquer them to take them. Personally, I think this is both a good thing and a bad thing. It means that the steamrolling faction steamrolls harder, but they also get a ton of perks. So you have a reason to give a crap about the faction war because it unlocks these perks, but it also gives you more steamroll so that the person winning the faction war wins the faction war harder. Hopefully I'm wrong about this, but it adds some depth to the game and it'll be interesting, I suppose. We'll have to see in 2 weeks. Then we have the ranking reset for 1v1 and 4v4, as well as new tournament rewards. The Season 3 and Season 4 rewards are leaving permanently. 4v4 ranked is not Dominion anymore, it's Tribute. People have been saying that Tribute has better ranked potential, and they listened, so now let's see if it does. Because I don't think anybody played Dominion ranked, because that kind of sucked. And in the best 4 fashion news you could possibly hear, you can set a different mood effect to each emote and execution that you currently have equipped. That means those of you with Hellfire on your Lawbringer Impaler execution can also have the multicolored circular arc on your Longshot execution, while keeping your Pony emote with the God Ray effect, or whatever you fancy. And in a change that nobody really asked for, community orders now require you to participate, because people were letting other people do them, like me. So now if we have a play deathmatch playlist order, we actually need to play 1 round of deathmatch in order to get our 2000 steel. This one might be a little rough because most of the time I see these orders finish in about 12 hours, so if you don't play at the start of the weekend, you don't get money. So I'm not sure how this is going to work out. And in other community order news, we were supposed to be getting one today, but we're not going to. Instead, it will happen next week because of a technical error. They broke community orders and it won't be going live. And into the boring news, AFK abuse has been on the rise, and they have done 16,400 sanctions against people for AFK farming. 80% of those were warnings, 13% of them are temporary bans, and 1% of them have been permabanned. Previously, they gave a warning, then a temp ban, and then a longer ban, and then a permaban. Well, they've decided to change that. They've lowered the threshold for AFK farming, so they should hit more people doing it as well. They changed the escalation. There is no more warning. You get a 3-day ban your first offense. Your second offense is longer, and they reset your account. During events, they'll be banning every 48 hours instead of weekly, helping prevent AFKers from ruining your game during events, because we saw a lot of that during the winter event while people were trying to farm weapons and all the cosmetics. They do want feedback on that, so if you've got feedback on the new AFK system, or if you're an AFK farmer yourself, go complain at them, and then you can get form banned too, because AFK farmers suck. So yeah, they're going to be implementing further punishments for AFK farmers, and hopefully that means we will all have a better game to play. And as a surprise to nobody, the samurai suck at the faction war, as per the devs. There's a serious dip in faction war engagement once the Vikings won. What a shocker, right? No need to push hard when you get easy wins. Then they showcased the rewards that we've already seen, and they moved on from there into the weekly content. So with that, we have an event this week. It is realistic tribute mode, except this is slightly different from the realistic in Dominion. There's no fight widget. There's only 1 revive, like an elimination, no radar, and no revenge. The major difference there is the no revenge. So if you're into those realistic game modes, you'll have a blast this weekend, or rather all week, because it will be a week-long event. Then for the same week, starting now until next week, we have executions on discount. All of the 7,000 steel executions have been discounted down to 5,000 steel. And in my opinion here, I believe we will be getting new executions next week. So just saying. Then the weekly content drop is mythic outfits. We've got some fairly badass mythic outfits for the Vikings, and I'm pretty sure I'm gonna go pick one of these up for Shaman. A lot of people were complaining about the other 2 though, and honestly I agree with them. The Samurai one is a real shocker. I can't believe that actually made it in game. Seems like something I'd see shit posted on Reddit and not something that would actually make it as a 15,000 steel item you can purchase. And then continuing on with cosmetics as our last little note, the change cosmetics between tiers that we were promised forever ago is not coming in Season 5. So that's a huge bummer, but it leads us into something that is actually exciting. They are reorganizing some of the maps. There is a huge overhaul for some of the game modes as well, such as with the tower map. Tribute is being completely revamped for that map. With one flag on each floor of the tower, they added zip lines and they moved the Tribute places. It's a massive overhaul for the way Tribute's going to be played on this map, and it should help out a ton with ranked Tribute. With this, they're also including some new arena-style maps with the training mode. Some of those should be coming to duels as well, so that's really exciting. We'll be seeing new duel maps. And most maps have been made a little less ledgy now. Then from that, the map designer has mentioned that there are Easter eggs that people have yet to find in the two new maps, Market Town and Gauntlet. So if you want to post those on Reddit or on the official forums, Eric Pope has promised a reward for them. And then to go ahead and wrap this all up, we were given a nice teaser that on February 8th, the Warriors Den stream day, we're going to be getting a big show with a massive seasonal kickoff stream that's going to be super exciting. If we have history to go on here, we're going to be showcased the new moves, we're going to be seeing the new armor and weapons we can earn in the game, and they're going to dive into some of the new features. So hopefully that wraps it up. Sadly, this one was a lot longer than I wanted it to be, and I'm just going to let this trailer play out on the end here because I think it's just absolutely amazing. Hopefully I helped you guys out. As always, thank you for watching, and I will see you guys on the battlefield.